So I decided to go back to the doctors again because pretty much nothing had changed. I wasn't feeling any better. I was still in pain. If anything, I was taking more Nurofen, which is bad because it thins the blood, and I'm pretty more likely to have a heart attack now. So I went back, and it was a different lady. Not the guy before was a lady. He was a man, but it was a lady this time. And she talked to me quite sternly, and she gave me these new options. So here we have Fibergel, which is a natural fibre drink, which gently relieves constipation and maintains regularity. Key there is regularity. I don't have constipation, but what it does is it makes my feces smoother and softer, and makes me go more. So for example, today I've already been, well, I've been 3 times already today, which is good because it helps to sort of regulate the sort of piles, and it's less painful than just going in one shot, if you know what I mean. So this stuff is basically thick fibre. It's basically like a loaf of bread, whole wheat bread, of course, brown bread. There it is. It goes in there like that, and it's sort of, I don't know if you can see that on top there. It's quite disgusting. It's basically like gelatine, and just stir it up there. And the thing is, you can't leave it too long, because otherwise it turns to sort of mush, quite sort of difficult to swallow mush. You need to drink quite quickly. And you're left with that kind of grain around the side, so I probably haven't drunk all I should have done. But fuck it. So, yeah, you drink that, and that sort of sets inside of you after dinner. And if I've been drinking, had like 3 or 4 drinks, and then I have this when I come home at night and go to sleep, I'll often wake up to have my heart just going, trying to process all this fibre I've given it and stuff like that. Anyway, it's not very nice, but it does produce some very smooth feces in the morning, which means less pain for little old me. She also gave me this. So she sort of upped the ante in terms of the, it's not called Anusol anymore, so it makes it less embarrassing. It's called Proctocidal, and proctologist is someone who deals with anuses. And this is the ointment, which actually is much more effective. But it also comes with a brilliant nozzle that, as you can see here, different to the one before, it actually has little holes here, so it pops out a little bit easier in your into your anus. So it's actually proving to be quite good, and as you can see, that it gets sort of stuck in the canal. I don't know if you can see that, but you probably can't. But it gets stuck in the canal. So this is all good. This is all new stuff, and it's encouraging. But she turned to me and she said, "Look, Phil, you've had this for 6 months now. 6 months. If it doesn't go in 3 weeks after all this, getting through all 60 packets of this stuff and all this stuff, then you're going to have to go into hospital for, well, as long as it takes." And there's 2 options. The first is they put a very, very tight elastic band around my pile, fix it around, and that tightens around the blood vessel until it dies, and it takes about 2 days to die. And that's very painful, and I won't really be able to walk very far, if at all, and it also induces quite a lot of nausea, so there may be quite a lot of vomiting involved in that. So that sounds nice. And then the other one is possibly they inject it. They inject my pile, and they kill it that way, and it scars it. Like, you would pick a spot, and then you'd get a scar and things like that, which, you know, when you're doing it, probably isn't too bad, but there's quite a lot of blood involved, and scarring, of course, is quite a painful process, which again will take about 2 days. And so I would have to take 2 days off work, and I would be in quite a lot of pain, and again feeling nauseous and sick for those 2 days. And I don't like pain. I'm someone who's never had anything really horrible in their life before. I'm scared of tragedy. I'm scared of pain. I need to be more of a man about it, I know. But I'm nervous about this, and obviously I really want this to work, because I don't... You know, you think to yourself, it's only 2 days, but when you're stuck in those 2 days, it's quite a long time, as I'm sure you can imagine. So, who knows what's going to happen? Tune in. Find out. And I'll let you know if my piles go down or inflate further in my anus.